Good morning. I'll be on in just a minute. All right, let's see how that goes. Whoa, that's pretty loud. Whoa, that's pretty loud. All right, better than no volume, I guess. All right, let me get rid of that. Oh, nope, I need that, don't I? Darn it. All right. Go to live screen, do a pop out. Can I get rid of this now? I think I can. Well, let's see what happens. Actually, I'll put that right there. That'll work. All right. I'm going to stop recording. I got a copy. It's on YouTube. I don't know why this thing automatically will work on that this weekend. All right. Here we go. Okay, today for my system, it is a D-Day. D-Day meaning not good. So I'm going to be playing very small because the odds are not in my favor. So, here, let me change something. I'm going to put the video on. Cheap plug, Take Profit Trader, Mr. Fibs. But I'm going to just play very small. Today's not a day for me. Well, we'll see at the end of the day, but it's not a day I want to risk. So tomorrow will be a risk off. It should be a good day. Looking at everything from the day of the month, day of the week, other factors to figure out what's the best day to trade and not to trade. Doesn't mean I'm not going to trade, just means I'm going to be conservative in my trading. So we had a nice little drop this morning. We actually came down below yesterday's low. So, and we dropped below the bull zone, which that support is 484.25, and yesterday's low was 488. So I would not be surprised to come back up and retest that open. It would not surprise me one bit. Maybe I'll get lucky and we'll do another flush like yesterday, which would be fine. I'd rather come up and test that now so I don't go higher and get stopped out on the move back down. So, but I'm not going to play any bias, right? I just got to play. So we got the 2-minute here, playing the 2-minute pre-market. And I don't know what Streamlabs, what do you give me? What can I look at? Cloud bot. I've never even seen him do anything. Probably because I don't have him engaged. Yeah, I've got him engaged. I don't know. I don't really care about that right now. Let's just get rid of that. All right, got good volume. Sounds good. I'll monitor that over the next couple of days, and if it's too loud, then I'll bring it back a little bit. But my volume was very low, so I put my mic right next to my mouth and up some settings to get a little bit louder. All right, let's get rid of that too. I don't want that around. All right, we came up and tested the bottom of the bull zone, and we're going to go a little bit higher. This is also the 21 EMA that they're at 91, and yesterday's low was around 88. So let me back off a little bit here. I don't think I want that much. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Just wait for open now. Got 5 minutes. I'm getting a little more prepared every day. It's getting a little better. I upgraded NinjaTrader yesterday. I'm hoping that takes care of my issues with locking up. Good morning, MGS. And what's that? Window R? Yeah. Resmon. Let's see what am I looking at here? There we go. Ooh. Yeah, this is the way it's supposed to be. Disk is 0%, CPU's at 0. CPU usage is 43%. We got 1% on the disk usage, so that's not bad. That's where I want to be. So it must have been something with that version of Ninja. One thing I could think of. All right. So again, playing small, this is a D day today. So on a scale of A, B, C, D, E, F, a grade of D means play small. So that's what I'm going to do. Didn't go down. So what did we get up to? We cruised up above to 96. Yeah, it's a good short. My other system says probably you could, well, you really want to wait for the next candle to close. See if we pop back up there, but that'll be a minute. That'll be at 29. That's just a little too tight for me. I'll let my system take the trade. Like I said, I'm only taking, well, it'll end up being 2 MNQs, one for target 1, one for target 2. So any stop outs will be basically $40, 20 points, 10 points, 2 contracts, 20 points. So I'll deal with that. Again, playing small because my system says, and I'll explain something later, if not today, maybe tomorrow or Monday, I'm going to have a little score system up here. I might get rid of today's points I think that's what I'm going to do. Get rid of that and put in a score. And it's actually going to be tied to my website. So if anybody has this bot system, the bot suite, it'll come up and say today's grade, A, B, C, D, E, F. And based on that, you know if it's projected, again, because this isn't financial advice, and you know, who knows what the day is going to be. But there's a well, not even a high probability. There's just a probability that we could have either a bad day or a good day, right? Like any day. But this system, at least it takes the numbers into account. And today being a D, meaning, hey, 10 points to 20, you know, so I'm going to play small. I don't want to take a 60-point loss, and there we go. All right, so we went long right off the get-go. We're open. I didn't take one off. Oh, you sucker. Come on, get back up there. That was too bad. Missed that. Yep. Missed that. Darn it. Missed it by, what did we miss that by? Man, by not by much. Wow. Sucker. Oh, that was quick. If I was a little quicker, I would have taken that 20 or 19, 18, 15, somewhere in there. I wasn't watching the time. I'm sitting there yabbering. All right, it's going to take that short if we come down low. There's the short. I'll be a little quicker this time, but may not even get the opportunity to be quick. Come on, baby, get down there. All right, I'll take one off here. I just looked at my P&L there, so I said, that's a good place. And I'll go ahead and bring this guy up a little bit. Just because today's just not a great day. All right, come out basically break even so far. All right, so now if I look at my other system, 14 seconds, I'll probably take this short one contract. As we come up, there we go. That was the correct entry. Should have got it up a little higher. I'll keep bringing it up. Okay, that's good. Let's see if I can get it, and I'll try for 50. Nope. I think we still go for that. But I should have been up there higher. Right there. All right, so let's go 50 points. So that'll be about 14. So I'm going to bring this guy around 17, call it good. See if we can get there. Don't know if we can. Okay, 64. Here we go. Come on, baby, let's go. Oh, you sucker fish. Yep, came up and got me. I still like the trade. I still like the short. I'm going to try one more time. Got up a little bit higher this time. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Cruise it on down. Go 33. I'll put this on global. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, I'm going to let that play out. Let's see, that's 30 points. I need to at least lock in 15, so I'll go to 50. Yeah, I really don't like 50 there, but I don't want to give all that back. No, I'm going to have to. All right, there we go. And there we go. Beautiful. All right, good trade. Good trade. That's what we want to do. That was a predetermined, that's a little cross system that what I've noticed is once it activates, if it does activate, 50 points, usually in the beginning of the morning, is a pretty much a given. So that's what I went with. I went with that point. And said, okay, I'm good with the 50 if it gets there, and I don't care if we keep going. Okay, so I can turn this guy off. A lot of this information here will disappear at time 46. What time are we on now? We're at time 3:05. So here's the. Ooh, let me get the 5-minute candle going. Too late. Darn it. Here's another little system. Let's see where we're at on the system. Oh, never mind. It's no good. We already Fibonacci on the 5-minute. We already exceeded where I wanted to go, so that's a no play. So it looks like it's just going to be a push down. Yep. Oh, SPY. Don't you left without me. SPY came down, took out pre-market. I need a retest of pre-market in order to get in. Otherwise, it's c'est la vie. And maybe tomorrow I can play them. So that's that. All right, next play is inside 5, inside 15. And we had one long trade, which, oh, just barely missed us. I mean, missed us by a couple ticks. We had, I should probably do the same on this. No, I don't do that. Oh, why'd you do that? Never mind. All right. So, and then we had a couple of shorts. So it took the short down right here. Good entry. And then I believe I took another short. And then I took the one at about 67. Down to 15, I believe it was. Close to it. So that was about a 15 or 50 pointer, 5-0. Yeah. Made up my losses on these trades. So some people will think, man, that's too many trades. No, it wasn't. It was actually one to the high side, which is the, this is what I'm playing. This is the system I'm playing, which is the pre-market 2-minute high. I took that, and then the low, and I took that. So those were 2 trades, 2 losses, right? And I said right from the beginning, this is not a good day for my system. So I'm playing small. So right here, I'm playing, To top that off, I'm playing one contract and I made 156. That was pretty good, right? Well, across 3 accounts, I think I'm playing today. So what's that? Only $50 per account, which makes sense because I'm up 500 here. So I'm okay with that. Again, I'm playing small. If I get out of this today with a couple $100 or $100, I'm good with that because today's not a good day for the system. But I still want to play it. I still want to be involved. I still want to watch. But so far, pre 2 minute, I'll record that on my sheet. I'm there now. I'm going to record that. So minus 40 for the day for the 2 minute pre-market. He's up 294 points so far, and we still have 2 more strats to go. There we go. Okay. Michael, how'd you do? Do all right? I'm going to check out to see what our latency is. All right, let me get rid of the markers too. There we go. All right, so what I like to do is just say, okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so about 6 seconds behind. The 2 minute up and down came out down small, made it back on the drop. Beautiful. Perfect. Exactly what we want. Right? So trying to restrict the amount of strategies or places to play, right? There's so many and they all make money, believe it or not. You know, it doesn't really matter what you're using, whether you're using a 2 minute, a 1 minute, 5 minute, you're playing Fibonacci's, you're playing, I don't know, whatever else you're playing. You know, yeah, there's so many. You're playing an EMA cross, you're playing flags. You know, it really doesn't matter, but you just got to stick with one. So there we go. Okay, so here's my 15 minute. We just cleared down bear target 1. We dropped that. Is it 46 yet? No, 42. All right, this data here will disappear here in a couple minutes, 3-4 more minutes. Clean up the charts a little. It just came down, hit bear target 1, which you always look for a bounce, an overrun like that. 27 down to 17, so 10 points overrun. Yeah, sometimes it hits it right on the money and then bounces. But oh, I forgot something. Hold on 1 second. Let me get rid of this, my video. Hold on. All right, there we go. I will be turning the video off here. Well, not video, but in 5 more minutes. So every 50 minutes, I'm doing not crunches. I'm going to do some squats. So squats, some push-ups, just for like 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Do a little exercise break. You know, sitting in front of this computer every dang day, it's not good for the body. So introduce some squats and stuff like that, and just a movement. Get your eyes away from the screens for a couple minutes. I mean, nothing's really going to happen. If it does, all my systems have alerts, so it'll say inside bar, entry, da da da. So okay, so my original entry should have been 69. So 25,469. That was the entry on the system that I'm watching. We're coming down to bear target 2 here. We might see some holds. So typically what happens, even though if we overrun this by a large margin, by the end of the day, I always think we're going to come back to bear target 2. It's just kind of a place, unless it's just a route. You know, I don't know what the news was, why we're here, let me see if I can, it might be too late. Economic news window. Let's see. We could get the September jobs report next week. It's already been cooked. Not sure what that means. That's from Hassett. Yeah, I don't know. Hassett on the economy. I would make recommendations to Trump on housing in the next few months, weeks and months. Da da da. I don't know. I'm not sure why we started to sell this morning. You know, up here before open. Headline news. So I made a little thing that gives me my daily information. You know, economic news, da da da, and then headline news. Little pop-up window. On some of my strategies, indicators, you know, even though this is this bot suite is it's actually an indicator that actually runs buys and sells. So here's your stop points, your targets 1 and 2, your contracts you want to play. EMA, I don't even know what that is. Your alerts, inside bar, targets field, stuff like that. So they're just indicators that I converted over to take trades, which if you ask Ninja, you can't do that. There's ways to doing it. So just programming. I like the direction of my programming. I like the direction of the system. By the end of the day, I'm going to take off today's points and put today's grade. And it'll have an A, B, C, D, E, F, or A, B, C, D, and F. And then that'll tell you basically, or tell me, and I'll probably have a little move over. So if I put my cursor over, all right, we're getting a little flag on the 1 minute. So what I was going to do is put a grade there, and then maybe you can hover over and it'll put out a little description saying when it's an F or D and F, play 1 contract, C, play 2, B, play 3, and 5, or A, you could play maybe 5 to 7. I don't know. Still working on it. It's a work in progress. We'll see how it goes. All right. So we got a little bit of a flag forming on the 1 minute. And we're losing that flag. We just kind of closed over it. But it's only 3 candles, so I don't really like them when they're that small. I like them to be a little bit bigger. But it is what it is. Sometimes you don't have a choice in the matter. SPY's kind of hanging out. Let's see what ES is doing. Oh, ES, nice drop. ES is just a new 5. Well, it's only got a minute left, so it's going to put in some type of candle, reversal type candle, potentially. So I'm just kind of holding. I'm in no hurry. We made a new low. We have our opening ranges set. You can see the data, the pre-market high-low data that was up here that was clogging the chart all up is now gone. I get rid of it at time 4.6 because the last trade it will take is time 4.5. So I love that removal bot or removal area. All right, 5 minute kind of filled its gap. I usually go within 5 points. So 53.50 was the bottom of the previous 5 minute. 53.50, and we only got within 10 points, so I wouldn't have taken that trade anyway. I like the 1 minute gap fills and the 5 minute gap fills. So here, let me do this because it's easier on my neck. My neck gets a little wigged out here, and I'll just put it on here. So this is the big 1 minute gap, or bigger 1 minute gap. Here's another one. That's about it. It would be nice to get up there. I don't know if we will, but you got that big 2 minute gap right here, but I don't really look at the 2 minutes. I look at the 1 and the 5. And basically these would incorporate the 5. The bottom of this and the top of this is the 5 minute. But I don't know if we get up that high. We could. We're down 287, so now I'm watching. I got to launch something here. I'm going to get some SPY puts, possibly. But I went for a move up to 678.98, which we're really close. Come on, phone, hurry up. Here we go. Okay, didn't quite get there. Here, let me, I'll put this little doohickey there. It never shows up the same way on the 1 minute or on these other charts, which is one thing I don't like. All right, there's a nice move up. Okay, so we're at the 2 minute 13 EMA on SPY right now. Right here. Oh, come on. Suckerfish. Be nice to get a nice rejection out of that. Whoa, that was fast. I always worry about getting in too fast because then it tells me they're probably going to go higher. We shall see. It's got a hold here. If I have to, I'll jump out pretty quickly and see if we go up and retest pre-market low, because we did not test that on the way down. We just blasted on down. And that's 679.96. Yeah, it's 250. So I have no problem in taking a small loss here, 20, 40 bucks, and see if we can retest that. All right, so we came up here. Come on, baby, let's get to the top of that one. It would be nice to come to the right area on here, 403. And then you're not going to believe this, but I will not take that trade. All right, we'll see how that plays out. I'll just leave that in front of me. Would have been nice to go up there and clear that gap out and maybe even hit the bottom of that other one. That would have been pretty sweet. That would have given us up at 400 retest. But I understand if they can't make it up there. So just waiting patiently. Let me see something about properties. I think I can set this up for no global data. All right, good little drop. I'm still okay. I'm still waiting. Nope, nothing there. About properties? Or was I just looking at that? I think I was just looking at that. Somewhere there's a spot for global data. Maybe it's here. There we go. Show global data objects. No. There we go. That way things don't show up on this chart. All right, so we still got 4 minutes left, coming up to halfway of the opening range. SPY's still holding on to that 13 EMA, it's not going anywhere. That's a good sign. I'm only down $12. If we get that flag, I want to see a cross. I'm waiting for a cross on a couple lines. And there we go. We're kind of doing what I wanted it to do. Don't like that SPY. Come on, don't go too high. Would have been nice to tag 403 and reject hard. Kind of what I was hoping for. But we came up and hit the 21 EMA. I know a lot of people look for that, so that could be a trigger. Still, we're down 237, 230 as a whole. And I'm going to be patient here. SPY didn't really jump up anywhere, so that's a good sign. Only down 750 now, even though things are going up. Oh, there we go. Got to be careful here. I don't know if I necessarily want to get in early on this trade either. If we come down below 376, I would get short. Well, let's see how this 2 minute closes. And the 1 minute closes. No. That was about a 100-point move up. That's what that was. They're going to have to respect that 100-point move up. Let's see where's open. Let's see, there's 31 right there. Did retracements. All right, we came up to the exactly up to the 61.8. I think just like to the tick. That's at 417. It makes me want to think about getting up a little bit higher, but 100 points up is 100 points up. You got to respect that a little bit. 77. Ugh. 84. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to have happen right there. But I could say, hey, oops, I tried to get in, didn't get it. Tried to get that 90. 90 would have been a good entry, and then you put your stop above 400. I'm at 95. I'm going to probably move it up. I don't like it, but oh, turd. And I would take that trade again. Just because we hit the 61.8 on the money. All right, if we do jump above here, 418, you got to go long. Because it's got to be good for at least 20 points, I'm guessing. I'm going to try that right. Come on, get up there a little bit higher. I didn't get my movement in at 50. I was supposed to turn my video off and got in at 90. I'll try to drop in at 80, put my stop. Come on, baby, give me 70. There we go. Now I'll look for 60. Drop in at 70. Yeah, probably going to get taken out, but let's go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lock in 20, close to it. Come on, drop one more drop down. Give me one more drop down. There we go. All right, locked in 20. I'm good with that. See if we can get one more little drop down. There's 50. I'll try to drop to 60. Just keep on following her down. There you go. If we get, well, I'll bring her down a little bit more. 60. I'll drop her down to 55. If we get down to 30, I'll drop her down to 40, maybe 45. Yep. Oh, shit. Should have took it. That's all right. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. Wasn't bad. All right, my SPY puts are up. Hee. Okay, so now theoretically my short should start right here. This is actually my entry. Let me see. Can't tell. Yep. So my entry should have been right here. Let's see if I can, once I get that move up, come on, get up there to 61. All right, got within 5 points. There you go. I'll just take a small loss there. Let's go. Give me a quick 10 so I can take 10 off. Come on. There we go. Yeah. There you go. I got 10 locked in. Give me 25. I'll go to 35. A little bit higher. There we go. Another good play. Yeah? Yeah. And just keep dropping my stop down. It should be at 30. Oh. Come on. Go. Oh. 25, 35. Yeah, that's good. All right, I can still get in. My entry was 41. I'm right there. So I could take it again. See if I'm getting greedy. I'll just take a small stop. I need one drop down. Come on, baby. Nope. It's going to give me a move up, you sucker fish. All right, there's technically my entry right there. Let's see if I can get 20 here. Quick 20. Come on. Drop her down. 2 to 1. Now they're going to bring her up. Where are we at? So we might be within the 61.8 of that move up. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Darn it. I shouldn't even taken that trade. So we just hit the 61.8. Just visually, I could almost see it. And there you go. There's a move up. Ah, you turd. So here's what I was looking at. There's the 61.8. We came up and hit it. And then there's the 61.8 right here, which we came up and hit. So we came up 61.8, came down to 61.8. I should have had my fibs on there. I wouldn't have taken that last trade. Oh well. And then on that move down right there, we just did. We just hit the 61.8. And the 78.6, almost there. This will kind of tell me which direction we're going to go, if we're going to continue higher or we're going to continue lower here. All right, we hit the 78.6 this time. 397. I really don't want to take the short here. But normally this would be an entry. But since we still have 7 minutes on this 15-minute candle and the high is 418, there's an easy chance we go up and exceed that. In which case, then I'd probably have to take the long. Just like that, like we're doing now. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do anything here. But that would be my entry, 1780 right there. Damn it, probably should have taken it. Could have got easy 10, 20, 18 to 40. Good 20-pointer move right there. Oh. Okay, we're going up and testing the pre-market low on SPY. Right now. Just hit it. We just hit Bear's last stand. All right, I'm going to get rid of this, that guy there. Get rid of this. We just filled that gap. Maybe even the 2-minute gap there. Definitely the 5-minute gap is filled. See if they push this up higher. VWAP is up at 495. But we could be going up there. See what happens here. We got a rare rainy day today. Okay, still waiting for the inside plays. Nothing's going to happen yet. So we got nothing here on the 15, and we got a new 5-minute. 5 minutes coming down to fill the gap at 13.75. And it just pretty much did that. Got to 14.5. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. Okay, so that's about it for me as far as, well, I'm going to wait for these two trades. But I'm going to try to sit on my hands here. See what happens with the, I mean, that 2 minutes was pretty strong. Bam, bam. But I really don't want to take a long here. We're still down 190 points. 5-minute long would be back above 42 roughly. 42.50. There you go. There you go. Let me just check something, see how I can. Oh. Let's try 1 day. Oh, there's a move up. Son of a gun, that's pretty strong too. Oh, okie dokie. All right, there you go. Oops. Let's try this one. Good move up. I'm updating my chart here, so hold on a second. Ooh. Okay. Coming up to VWAP. Okay, new 15-minute, so you can get some movement down as well as continuation up. Coming back up to yesterday's low and then also the bull zone. This is the part about trading, is being able not to trade. Something I generally fail at more times than I like to admit. We all struggle with it. There were some good setups there that I probably could have taken. In fact, one right at 404. I always liked the hundreds rollover, right? So when we drop down below like 400 and then come back above, I like taking that long. Or if we drop below 400, I like taking that short. Okay. Forgot to check that. Okay, good. All right, we came up to the SPY, came up to the opening range high and rejected. We almost got there on NQ. Not quite. So that means ES almost got there also. Actually, it did. It exceeded it. Okay. Okay, I got to do my squats there at, well, my time is 7:50. 10:50. Could come down and fill this 15-minute gap down here. Came up to VWAP and rejected, yeah. 40 points ago. Son of a gun. I don't even have the 1 minute weighted moving. Where's that at? Gonna lock up for a couple seconds here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, good. All right, we're coming back to retest the 1 minute weighted at 428. And we moved above it. And it's sloping down. So potentially a good indication that we continue down. We came up a little bit higher than some people like. I think I can hear him say that. And I always say, it's a good short. We're at a 25. Looking for 40 points. Can we get it? I don't know. I'll give it a shot. What the hell? I'm here to trade. But the question is, can I stay within the gap there? All right, so we've got a couple 1 minute gaps down below. Could get some support on. Yep, I'm not going to make it. They're going to take me out. That's why we don't play that trade, damn it. Okay. You can see we came down and hit the top of that 1 minute gap and bounced up. Let's see if they use that as support, or we can we'll come down further. I still like it. I like it every time. I could just take that for, let's see, 24 down to 05, so about 20 points. I'll give that a shot. We do have another one right down below that. So rectangle. I think it's right about there. Come on. All right. Could have just left it there and got taken out. Probably would have been better. Let's see where that low is. 394. Yeah, close enough. So 394. There we go. We come back up. I would probably consider taking that short again at 25, 24, and looking for 380. Yeah, that would have been a good play. That's my 1 minute 40, I call it. It's a good play. Michael's probably laughing, saying, I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I got a runner. Should have waited till we filled that gap on the 1 minute up at right up here at 476, 478, 476, or I'm sorry, 446. Yep. Here's the 1 minute 40. 1 minute, 40 points. Just like that, right? 27. And so far it got to 84. Is my math wrong, or is that 20? Let's just go with 25 to 80, 85. That's 40 points, if you ask me. Son of a gun. So this is what, here, I'll put this up here. And I won't put the 1 minute on there. I'll just show you. So there's the 1 minute weighted. We came down through here. I took that one short, got popped out because we had this little gap up here to fill. Let's see, rectangle right there. We had this gap here to fill. So we came up, filled it, and that's what took me out. But then luckily I came back in. I only took it down to here, but I knew better, you know, almost 20 points. I knew better, should have taken it down to here, because that would have been close, that would have given me my 40 points. So this guy's gone. I can get rid of him, get rid of him. So anyway, nice little play. I use Sim as my leader account, Sim 101. That way everything's universal. It's easy for me to keep organized. But 1 minute weighted moving average, and yeah. It also just happened to be a crossover too right there. Just saying. And that would have been entry at 435 roughly. 435, so that would have been 35 and 15. That would have been 50 points. Michael, isn't that what I said? 50 points. Gosh, damn it. Usually when that system works, it's 50 points. All right, so I'll stream up till 11 o'clock. So if we don't have any trades by then, I'm still waiting for these guys to fire off. So if they don't fire off, then c'est la vie. I'll be done for the day. Turn my heater off. All right, looks like we're going to lose that 21 EMA. On the 2 minute, came back and retested it. There's the drop. There's the finish through of that gap. There's another gap right below that on the 1 minute. And see if they use that for support. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Oh, you know what I haven't heard in a while? Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know where it's at. Downloads? I don't know. Been so long. Obviously, I need to put it in a spot where I could find it. Well, since I upgraded Ninja, everything is behaving. I mean, hopefully, I didn't speak too soon. Well, oh, nope, that's not it. There we go. Well, we're just kind of bouncing around here. Not much going on. There we go. MP3 file. All right. I think I found that. Let's see. Do I have this? There we go. Desktop audio. Okay, hang on to your speakers. I don't know if this is going to be loud or not. I'll try to control it.
Of a million screens, chasing futures in the markets unseen.
There we go.
Action whispers Fibonacci screams, gonna make money, no tilted dreams. Clicking and scrolling every ticket line, charts unfolding like a poet's rhyme. NASDAQ futures, don't waste my time. Green candles rise and let's climb, let's climb. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might.
Okay, looking for a short, possibly below 368.75.
Sweating each second in the digital glow. Markets wild, riding highs, riding lows. Futures unfolding like a thunderstorm show.
Or 370.75 actually.
NASDAQ dreamers don't give up no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might.
I love that song.
NASDAQ dreamers don't give up no way. Price charts
All right, quick 10.
every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci.
Still waiting on the trade I want to trade, right? Which is the inside play 5 and 15. So the 5 minute, if I don't get anything by 11, then it turns off. It doesn't turn off, but it won't run. So it has a time expiration. And then the inside play 15, it'll play all day. Just whenever it gets it. So, all right. I haven't heard that Mr. Fib song in months. It's because I stopped streaming. Every once in a while I would play it, but still, I haven't heard it in months. Yeah, nice, Michael. So, sometimes things just don't happen. I'm also waiting for a trade on my 2-minute Momo trade. It has not taken a trade either. Well, it did take one this morning. No, it didn't. Nope. Could have taken one this morning, but it did not. It knows today's not a great day on setup either, I think. But look at I'm just trying to play within myself today. It's generally not a good day for me. This particular day. But so far so good. We'll just leave it at that. Up a little bit of money, not much. Yeah, that short was a good one. Could have still been in it at 70. Nothing really to take you out. Oh, it just took the trade, darn it. Oh. Okay. There you go. It happened so fast. I don't even get a chance to see it, but my P&L jacked up. So it took, I have another system running. Yeah, I don't even know how that traded that. That's scary. Wow. And it closed the trade. Beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see. Yep. Here's the trade it just took, even though I wasn't involved. Here, let me get rid of this. Took this entry right here at 350, well, whatever this candle closed at, 355, and the target was right there. So So 34 points. Not too shabby. That's why this guy jacked up so much. Okay, I will take that. I turned him off because, yeah, he could actually take one more trade. I'm not sure why that recorded. Is there another loss or loss in there somewhere? Huh. Yeah, I reloaded. I should have done that. Let's go to NQ. 331. There we go. 322. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how that worked out. Oh well, I won't argue it. I'll keep it. All right, looks like we're going to come down to IB. I got to put sessions on this thing. I don't know where anything's at. So everything that you see is pretty much my own make. I call this sessions, which gives me all my lines as far as the session low, IB, opening range low, opening range high, the midline for the opening range. All this is like my system. And then the bear targets, that's the posty pivots. I do not. I just took it from I think NinjaTrader, whatever it was, and then just recalculated it, redid it for Ninja. Changed the math a little bit. So it's like we came down to the opening range. What's that low? 89. Got close to it. Then a couple ticks. And then you got IB right below that. I used to play IB. I used to love that trade. Taking IB short or long. I used to always think that it was a perfect vehicle for passing evals. If you take 5 contracts, space them every 10 points apart, I think you end up, if you add that up, you'll get your 3,000. That's right. Yep, that equals 150. But it just hasn't played out the last couple months. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if they're really pushing IB and saying, hey, if we hit IB, the algo just drops it 2 or 3 points below, whips it up 20, comes back down, hits it again, maybe goes 10 points this time, then whips it back up, take everybody out. So I kind of stopped playing it. It will come back into favor at some point when everybody stops playing it. I would like to see them move back up now. 360, 370, a couple candles, 2 or 3, and then come back down. I can jump back in on a short. But right now, you got a little fat flag on the 1 minute. Looks like we're going to bust down and keep going lower. We'll see. Not one I'm interested in yet. Okay, I'm actually going to get rid of that indicator, that strategy off there. I don't want it to take any more trades. And I'm not 100% sure it's all wired correctly. Okay. See what happens. Hey, Crutch. Cool. I'm trying to get back into the habit again. That's all I can tell you. I will make every effort to stream every day. I stopped streaming for a couple months. Apex dropped me. So as an affiliate, which I'm hoping they'll reconsider if I can get some. Obviously, I need to get followers and stuff. Right now, I only have Take Profit Trader. Somebody gave me a list yesterday. I haven't looked into it yet to look at other things, but that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Not that I helped you, but that you passed it. That's good. Some of my trades, they're fast, right? I mean, my goal is just to take, if I can get 20, 40 points here and there, maybe that's it for the day. Today just wasn't a very good day for me as far as my setup. So my setup said to play small, so that's what I played. Tomorrow I'll play a little bit bigger. But cool. I appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully I should be here. I'm going to try every day. I know Thanksgiving I'll be in Oregon, so but I'm still going to try to stream there. I got to start looking for a house there too. But I got 2 boys who are living up there now, and I'm anticipating we're going to have to move there, or not move there, but at least have a house there. Personally, I'd rather be in Palm Springs or something like that, at least for the winter. All right, so we're hitting opening range low now. And I like about 10 points different. There we go. And there's IB drop. IB at 80.25. No inside bar in the 15 and nothing on the 5 yet. So, and we're getting up to 10:45, so we've got to make one pretty soon. Yesterday it was a little bit late. 11:05 is when the 5-minute inside play came. My system didn't take it because it was after 11. Basically, it's because I did a lot of research, going back months, and it said don't take the trade after 11. Does it work sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Like everything, right? But your odds are better if you don't take it after 11. The 15-minute can play out anytime, and it'll still work. So right now, my system would only take shorts because that's our trend. Even though we pop out the top and we can still get 20 or 40 points, I don't care. It doesn't matter. The system, I got to play the odds and play the system, and I don't want to change that. So today I took some trades. Some different trades based on some moving averages, actually. All right, so we finally got a nice clean break. I talked about it earlier at 80.25 when we've got almost 30 points already, you sucker fish. That's the way it used to be. You used to drop through IB, man, and just plunge down 50 points. So that's why I came up with the 50 points. 5 contracts, every 10 points, so you're taking profit along the way, and you can get 150 points. Pass an eval. 34 to 80. We'd be really close right now to passing an eval right here if you played IB. But like I said, I haven't played it just because the numbers haven't been right. It's failed more than it's passed last 3-4 months. Before that, it was like automatic. I was so excited, thought we found the honey hole. And you just play IB. And then all of a sudden, IB started failing and failing and failing. I read it open. So I'll try to get in like 5 to 10 minutes before open. Today was like 15. Just because I upgraded Ninja and I wanted to make sure that I was up and running. And there was no problems. And but usually it's 5 to 10 minutes. With this system, I don't need to study charts. I don't need to look at anything, really. I don't really care, personally. I don't care whether we're in an uptrend or downtrend. We just got to be right for 3 trades, right? The pre-2 market, pre-2 minute high-low, and then the 5-minute and 15 inside play. That's all I got to be right for, And these are all very specific, 20 and 40 points. 20 and 40 points, and then this one is 20 and 20. So I take 2 targets, 20 points. That's it. That's all I'm looking for, right? It's a total of, if everything goes right, it's 160 points if it's a perfect day. I think in October we had 5 of them, which is crazy. But if you can get them and you get all the three of them, man, it's fucking 160 points. That's pretty crazy in a day. So, but it generally doesn't happen. So I'm usually just I'd be happy with 40 to 80 points. Today it's down. It was technically down 40 points. Now, just with some other trading, right, we got it so that it was kind of mitigated. That 40 points was not that big a deal. We missed target one by 3 ticks, I think. It was crazy close. So target one on the long. And if I was prepared for the open, which I was not, I was sitting there yapping, bam, 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 then I would have had my target and I would have taken the 15 points. I would have been good with 15. Whenever we get to close to target, on target one on that trade, I'd like to have number one in my mouse, meaning my stop on my mouse clicked, ready to go and ready to drop it, 10, 15 points up. And then just say, okay, yeah. Yeah, just by watching, Crutch, that's the best thing I can tell you. It's like everybody, like I'm not the end all to be all traders, right? I mean, I'll admit it. I'm just a guy here on YouTube trying to trade, trying to make a living. That's it. It's hard work. It's not easy, but I've been doing this a long time. Yeah, man, doing this a long time, and you just see patterns. You see tendencies of the market, and that's all I'm trying to play. I'm trying to get that little edge. Just like everybody, just like Patrick Whelan, right? I mean, he's trying to find the edge every day. Nutty Bar, Roach Trading. Those guys, they're just trying, they don't have successful days every day. I take losing days, just like everybody. I've had a pretty good run here in the last 3 to 5, 7 days, 10 days, something like that. And I'm pretty comfortable in my system now, and I'm trying to adhere by it. And I struggle, just the same struggle as everybody else does, right? Taking too many trades, being greedy, all that stuff. We all fight the same fight. We just need to, the goal is to just stick with it and try not to tilt out, right? This happens to me, where I can get my money back. I'm down 600. It's like, look, take the loss. Take the loss for the day. Yeah. Yeah, man. I've been using NinjaTrader since 2011, I think it is. I sent an email to NinjaTrader the other day, and I was trying to think, how long have I been using? I think since 2011. Like, damn, that's almost 15 years. I love it. Always have. Oh, SPY came all the way back down too. You sucker. I built all my own indicators, all my own strategies, all my own everything. So I got my own little trade copier, built my own trade copier. It's got profit targets, stop losses, stuff like that. Flattens, yeah, you name it. Oh. Yep. It just takes time, a little bit of knowledge. You learn as you go. That IB trade would have pumped out 50 points. And that's usually the trigger. See, it's amazing, right? I mean, I called out 50 points before we even got there. Where are we hanging out at? Right at 50 points. Now, we might lose it right here, but we were hanging right at the 50-point marker. How many candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And that's where I came up with the 50 points. Just by watching it and saying, shit, look at that. We got to 50 and we kind of went sideways, or we reversed, or whatever. All right, so we're at 10:54, 6 more minutes. That means that the inside play will not trigger if we don't get something within the next few minutes. And it doesn't look like we're going to get anything on this candle. Either one. So now, again, like I said, I haven't played this play in a while because it just hasn't worked. But I love just the break right here. So for me, the short would have been right there. Right? You take that short. I used to load it up 5. I think I have a thing that's called yeah, I got so many of them. A 30-minute, because I used to play it on the 30-minute IB. That's another one to watch. I don't even know where it's at now. Probably right in front of me. I can't even see it. There we go. A 30-minute. So here's 5 contracts ready to go. And you play that, and right here, and then it would take off one at 10. So at 69 or 79, or we're at 79 roughly. You would probably get in. 69, 59, 49, 39, 29, whatever. So this would have been a perfect little, if you needed to. And my thought was using it to pass Apex accounts, right? 1 day pass. That would have done it. And taking them off along the way. Why? Well, because, you got your drawdown. It'll kill you. This thing comes down 25 to 80. That's, what is that? Well, that's 80 points. 75 points. That would have been a little excessive. But still, even coming down here, 30 points up, and then another 10 points against you. So you got to watch that. You can't have like 10 contracts, but 5 you can handle that a little bit. And then you're taking them off as you go. So take 10 off, 69, or at 69. 59, you would have taken off 2, so you only have 3. So when it moves against you 10, it's okay. It's 30 points, $600. It's okay. You can handle that. Comes back down, and in this case, it would have taken out 49, and would have taken 29. That would have been your last one, I think. Yeah, would have been close. So it's a nice little play, but again, I haven't used it because it hasn't worked. It's been really crappy where it would come down 2 or 3 points, then go up against you 20. You just have to have a big stop, and if you put 5 contracts on, what do you got? 20 points maybe. 20 times 5 is 100. That'll put you at 2,000. So, and if it moved again or moved with you in your favor, 5 or 10 points, you're out. You come back out and you're sucked out. So. Yep, I used to love that. That play was just beautiful. But if it starts working, so trust me, like this today is registered in my brain. I'm telling you. So I will look for another one tomorrow and the rest of the month, and just kind of eyeballing this. And if we start breaking that, I will be playing that. Trust me. Even if I do 3 contracts, sometimes I'll do 3 contracts or 2 contracts every 10 points. Think about it. You take 2 contracts and you go 10 and 20. That's 30 points. That's $600 if you're playing the minis. And a lot of times it used to be you used to just get a flush like that. Big candle, man. What's that? 79. It comes down to 58. Let me see, what's that low? The low is 57.75, so that would have taken out 2 of your 5. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. So you would have got $600 in the bank. Then you can go to break even or bring her on down a little bit. Those are fun plays, in my opinion. But I'm going to watch for a retest of IB here. You got this big gap. Big gap right here. Well, one thing you're not going to get on this channel is a lot of crazy shit. So I don't do drama. I don't talk about people. You know, Patrick does his thing. Nutty Bar does his. Pine Tree, all them guys, Roach. You know, hey, good for them. Great job. Keep it going. Yeah. Do what they do. I'm just here to try to trade. You know, I had a goal. I was in a class years ago, and I went for this training for this company to help other people. Anyway, long story short, I went to this class, and at the end of the class, you know, it was one of those feel-good type of classes where you're trying to find out who you are or whatever, and how to train that into other people. And they asked me at the end what I got out of this. And I told them, I said, what I got out of this is I have a goal in life now, and that is to take as much money out of the stock market as I can. So my goal is to take as much money out as humanly possible with whatever's in my control. So that was my goal and still continues to be my goal. I always say I just got to know the rules. If I know the rules, I can play with them within the rules and hopefully succeed. All right, 11:01. So 5 minute is no longer a possibility. It will not take an inside trade. We possibly, you know, it'd be nice for this one to hold up, but I don't have much hope for it. We're up 300 or we're down 360 points. So I'll knock off today. I don't even know. Let's see. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I got 2 people. So, yep, good enough. What? Wow, I wasn't even on. My thing wasn't even on current. That's all right. There we go. Ooh. That's what we got. The IB, the light blue line, yes. This guy right here. And I got a little thing up there. It says IB. I try to keep it out of the way. Everything's over here off to the right. Right? I mean, I have so much, sometimes too much info. But as long as I keep it out of my sight, it's not too bad. There's a session low. There's IB. The pre-2 market was 0 and 2 today. That's what happens. We didn't get a 5 minute inside play, but at least 15 minute is still a possibility. So we'll watch that guy. If I look back real quick, because I'm getting ready to close off, here is, so here's was yesterday's 15 minute inside play right here. And this is on a 2 minute chart. This is the high of the 15. Shorts are okay. It will only take shorts or longs depending on the trend. Not from the 21 EMA, but from another calculated value. And the stop on this would have been 30 points because it was so large, right? So we had a 30-point stop. It actually took entry right here at time 11:06, and it made the drop at 11:12. And just for me separation, I have it set at target 1 at 20 points and target 2 at 21 points. Pretty sure. Let's see, 15-minute. Oh no, it actually set at 22. So just maybe for some space. But then usually what I do is I'll go and grab this target and bring them to 20. I'm just looking for 20 points on the 15-minute. Now you can see we've got 16, and we came down to, so we got another 20 points. So it did get 20.40, but I don't care. I just want 20 and 20. That's 40 points. If I'm playing minis, then that's $800. Beautiful. If I'm playing micros and I got 3, right? That's 20, 40, 60, 120. Because I'm playing 2 contracts. So I get 120 points, $240. And maybe that's all I need or all I want. So anyway, pretty nice little color coded. This one's orange, believe it or not. And then the 5-minute is yellow. But I don't think we're going to get this. This looks like it wants to come down further. So, all right. Well, I'll end it with my favorite song. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining in, and hopefully you stay green. Yeah, no problem. One and done. Don't waste my time. Green candles rise and let's climb, let's climb. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. Sweating each second in the digital glow. Markets wild, riding highs, riding lows. Futures unfolding like a thunderstorm show. Let that profit rain, let me feel it flow. NASDAQ dreamers don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. NASDAQ dreamers don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night.